welcome back to my channel and hello to a brand new video. Today we are sitting down and spilling the tea. Literally spilling the tea. Actually it's coffee, so we're not spilling the coffee. But no, in all seriousness, today I really wanted to sit down and just do a real laid back, stripped back, just chit chat video. Just you guys getting to know me a little better, asking me some questions, and yeah, just a bit more of a casual vid, you know. I feel like sometimes I can just do so many hauls and you don't really get to see me or know me. Much as I love a good fashion haul, I do like to do sometimes just more chit chatty videos, you know. So that is exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get straight into it. I asked you guys to ask me a ton of questions on Instagram, so I'm just going to literally reel them off and answer them as best as I can. Let me take a sip of coffee. So question number one is, how are you doing living on your own? So for those of you that don't know, I do actually live on my own nowadays, and actually I'm doing really well, thank you for asking. Like, I'm doing so well. Obviously moving out and living on your own is a massive adjustment, it's a massive adaptation, and it's such a change. So from living with my parents and family for obviously what, 26 years of my life, to then live on my own, it's obviously going to be a massive change. I feel like when you move out, you know guys, it's really that step in your life where you think, oh my god, I really am adulting, I really am growing up, and there's no going back now. And I feel like that was a really sad thing for me. I feel like it hasn't been hard moving out and living on my own, although it's been an adjustment. I feel like there's that sadness of you're growing up and going on to the next chapter, and living at home is no more. So I feel like, what was the question? I'm always going off topic. I'm doing obviously absolutely fine. It is a massive change living on your own, I'm not gonna lie, because little things like I would really enjoy when my mum would come back from work and I'd normally go downstairs and have a cup of tea with her for half an hour and have a little chinwag. You know, just little things like just family squabbles. I mean, I don't really miss them that much, but it's sometimes just nice to have your family around and have like a little chat, and obviously just family time. And I also feel like I miss just sometimes having someone in the house, you know. I feel like you feel so much more comfortable when you know someone's in the other room, but when you're actually on your own, you are on your own. But no, I am doing really well, and I actually really like my own time, my own space, my own company, so it's going down great. Moving on to the next question, which is sort of related, and that is, how have you made friends in a new city being self-employed? I'm currently in the same situation. Okay, so making friends in a new city being self-employed is never going to be an easy thing to do. Ultimately, if you are like myself and you're working from home, where the hell are you going to meet anyone? Like, you're not. The reality is you're not going to meet anyone. You're stuck in home, working. There is no social element to being self-employed and working on your own. So in that sense, it really is hard. So I haven't really made any friends. I've not made any friends in that sense. I have actually made one friend in Nottingham, which is Dion. She's an influencer. Hey Dion, if you're watching. And we actually became friends because Dion started following me on Instagram, and then I followed her back, and then we just got DMing because we noticed that we lived in Nottingham. So yes, that was really nice, and obviously that's how I made one friend. But other than that, I feel like it's really hard. Like, how do you actually meet new people if you've got no one to go out with and stuff? It's a hard one. I was talking actually about doing a little meet-up in Nottingham for anyone that maybe hasn't got any friends, struggling to make new friends. You know, I thought that'd be really nice for us all to get together and have a little chat and coffee and stuff. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know, because I feel like I want to get something arranged. Okay, moving on to the next question, and it is, what did you want to be when you were younger? Honestly, I had no idea what I wanted to be when I was younger. I was one of those kids growing up that I never really had anything set in stone that I was like, oh, I want to do that when I'm older, I want to do that. I never knew, and I feel like even when I got to like 18, 19, 20, I still didn't know really what I wanted to do. Obviously you guys know I went to uni and did primary teaching. I didn't want to do that. I was really lost. I feel like it's so hard to know what you want to do at such a young age. You're still growing, you're still developing, you're still learning things about yourself. Like, it's hard, and don't ever feel bad on yourself and not knowing what to do. People can go through like the whole 20s and still don't know what to do. So I feel like don't be too hard on yourself if you ever don't know what you want to do. But for me, I was definitely one of those that just didn't know what to do, and I feel like you will just naturally fall into something. So yeah. Next question is, how long did it take you to start earning money on Instagram? Now for me, Instagram isn't really my main source of income. YouTube is. So yeah, Instagram obviously sort of like runs side by side with my YouTube channel, but Instagram for me wouldn't be a platform that I would do full time and earn a living off, because like I said, I'm not really in the Instagram game, you know? I just do it because it goes side by side with YouTube. For YouTube, I feel like it was around about 9 months before I started earning money from where I started. So that's to answer your question. The next one is, do you ever feel like giving up YouTube sometimes? No. I mean, I feel like there's always bad and good days. I feel like that comes with any job, and it's always times that you're like, oh, I'm fed up and things like that. But I never ever feel like giving up with YouTube because I love YouTube. It is my passion. This was a hobby that turned into a full-time job, so I never ever would want to give it up because I love it so much. And yeah, although you can have those bad days, or you feel like your channel's going nowhere, or you may feel a little bit lost or deflated, you know, you soon pull yourself back out of that. So yeah, I never feel like giving up. Next question is, what is your race? You have such a nice skin tone, and are you religious? So my race is actually just like white British. I don't, as far as I know, have anything in me. I don't know, do you know what? I'd really like to do one of them like DNA test things. Do you know where they find out if there's any sort of like anything else in you, like whether that's Italian or Spanish, or do you know what I mean? I find them so interesting. I know a few people that have done them and they've come back with like they've got things in them, and yeah, I'd really like to know that. But as far as I know, I'm 100% British, white, English, whatever it is. And religious, I'm not religious. I'm just, I don't know, I don't really have religious views. I've never been brought up to be religious. I'm not from a religious background. And I feel like that's ultimately probably what shapes you to be religious, to be honest with you. I feel like obviously that's how you've been brought up, then you are more obviously likely to follow that faith. But for me, although I went to a sort of like Church of England school and sort of had that religious element at school, I've never followed it personally myself. And yeah, that's just my own beliefs. Next question is from my cousin over in New Zealand. Hello Sarah, if you're watching. And she says, when are you coming to New Zealand? And I mean, I wish I could come like ASAP, but I feel like for me at this moment in time, obviously I'm saving for a house. Obviously you guys know that I'm just renting for a year until I can get my 2 years books. Obviously in England you need 2 years books before you can get a mortgage. You can't just go out there and get a mortgage when you're self-employed, which is so frustrating, because if you're employed in a normal job, you only actually need 3 months of wage slips, whereas if you're self-employed, you actually need 2 years. So yeah, I'm currently in the process of like going through all that and waiting for that to happen. So for me, saving and being savvy with my money is very important at the moment, because I want to just ensure that that can go through smoothly. So I feel like once I've got my house, once I've got my mortgage being paid, and I know I've got that and that security, I feel like I'll be free to travel the world and do what the hell I want. So yeah, to answer that, because I hope to come maybe 2021, probably. That will be like my year for traveling. Okay, so the next question is, how did you get your job at Missguided? So I got my job at Missguided. I feel like there's a couple of elements to this. So obviously I just applied like anyone else does. I'd obviously been working in fashion for a few years prior, so I'd sort of gained my experience and had that experience in the bank. But then secondly, it's who you know, isn't it? I feel like a lot of jobs nowadays are who you know. If you know someone that can put a word in, get your foot in the door, it's always going to benefit you. So yeah, do you know when you ever apply for a job, guys, and you don't get it, don't ever take it personally, because unfortunately the way the world goes is, if you know someone and they can put a word in for you, they're likely to get the job over you. And that's what happened with me. I knew someone that knew the guy that was recruiting, and he put a little word in for me and I got the job. So yeah, that's how I got my job at Missguided. Next question is, most YouTubers are from privileged backgrounds. Do you agree? I don't know, like I mean, I don't really know about many other YouTubers' backgrounds and if they're from privileged backgrounds. I know certainly myself, I'm not from a privileged background. And I know a lot of like my YouTube friends are from privileged backgrounds as well. They're just from like normal working class backgrounds. So I guess it really does depend on who you watch. But for the most part, and the people I know for sure, like, we're not from privileged backgrounds. I was just, you know, from a working class family. My dad's a postman, my mum works at the co-op. So yeah, like just a normal standard working class family for me. Next question is, how do you motivate yourself when it comes to being consistent in your uploads? I feel like it just all falls down to organisation. I feel like for myself, I always say in my head, I need to do 3 videos per week minimum. And then I just, at the beginning of the week, I will sort of roughly plan out when are my filming days, when are my upload days, and then yeah, that's just how it goes. Every morning I always do to-do lists, so I'll always bang out a to-do list and just try and get that all ticked off. I feel like that's such a satisfying thing to do. So I feel like the key for motivation and to stay on top of things in life as a general rule is just organisation, to-do lists. Honestly, they just rule my life. I love them. So yeah, that's what helps me a lot. But like anyone, we all have them days where we're just unmotivated, just feeling a bit meh. That's normal, so don't ever be too hard on yourself either. Next question is, what qualities did your previous retail job look for? Were they concerned about grades? So yeah, I worked in retail, I worked at the co-op. Did they look for grades? I don't really think they were that bothered, to be honest with you. They might have requirements like, oh, you need to have had 5 GCSEs or whatever. Just put them down. Just honestly, I mean, you didn't hear this from me. Just lie, even if you didn't get them. You really aren't going to ring up your school and check. I mean, like, you didn't hear that from me, so don't tell your mom or anyone I've told you that. But honestly, if anyone ever said to me, oh, Laws, I didn't get my GCSEs, oh, I really want a job in retail, but they want like 5 GCSEs, just lie. Like, honestly, they don't check. I know I really shouldn't be saying this, but they really don't check. From all the knowledge and experience of myself working in stores, they never check. Like, come on, you don't need a GCSE to obviously stack shelves and just do duties like that. It's quite common sense. And it annoys me that some of these stores sort of require that. I feel like they should just judge you on your interview, how you come across as a person and your capabilities in that sense, not a freaking piece of paper from a school. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Like, if you've not got the grades, just lie and just pray they don't ever check. I really feel they won't check, because it's not like you're going in for a doctor job where, you know, grades are pretty essential. So yeah, that's my advice. The next question is again in relation to living on my own, and it is, what have you found difficult about living on your own? Really enjoy your content. Oh, thank you so much. Again, I don't really think there's been anything as such. I feel like when you live on your own, there's little things you think, oh, I've not got that and I've not got that. Do you know, just because I'm building up all my resources and stuff at the moment, like things that you just take for granted being in the cupboard, you realise you don't have. I don't know, I don't really think there's anything I've particularly found difficult. I've just really enjoyed it. So yeah. The question is, you said you came out of a 7-year relationship. Was that before Aaron? Yes, that was before Aaron. So I was 18 when I met my ex. Was I 18? Yeah, 18. And we broke up when I was 25. 25, bloody hell. God, time goes so quick, guys. Was it 25? Oh my goodness, time really goes so quick. So yeah, that's the answer to that. So moving on to the next question, and it is, for how long have you been living in Nottingham and why? So, where do I start? I've been living in Nottingham for 5 months now. Oh my goodness, it has gone so quick. Where does the time actually go? I moved here in December. So yeah, I've been living here for 5 months, and the reason I chose to move to Nottingham is just simply to get away from negativity. I feel like, you guys probably know, I'm from Leicester originally, born and bred in Leicester. That's my hometown, and although Leicester will always have that special place in my heart, you know, it really will. It's where I was born, it's where I've been brought up. I just needed to get away from Leicester. It's like a love-hate relationship with Leicester. I love it because it's home. I hate it because there's just too many bad memories there for me. There's too much negativity, and it was really draining me to a point where I felt constantly anxious to go out my house. I just felt down all the time, and it's not until that I've moved to Nottingham that I realised how much mentally I was really in a bad place in Leicester. Since I've moved to Nottingham, I no longer have anxiety. I just feel so happy and positive, and I just feel so content with life. And whilst I was living at home, whilst I was living in the village I was in Leicester, I couldn't feel happy. I couldn't relax. I just couldn't feel chilled, if that makes sense either. Like I always felt anxiety if I would go out to, like I would never go in the village where I lived, like I'd never go to the shops there. I'd honestly drive like 20 minutes out of my way just to go shop, like food shopping or things like that, because I don't want to see people that I went to school with. I don't want to see people that I know. I don't want to see ex-boyfriends. Like I just don't want any of that. And I know that sounds like funny, because I know you can't just run away from things whenever you have like a negative experience, but for me, I got bullied so badly when I was at school. I feel like you guys probably know this, but I got bullied from the age of like 12 up until the age of like 20, my early 20s, like 22, 23. So Leicester just held so much negativity for me. Obviously I had a long relationship that was like 7.5 years, and he lived very close by to me. I felt like I was just constantly seeing him, seeing his car pop up everywhere, and I just wanted to be away from that. Like I just wanted to move on with my life, and I feel like when you're surrounded by all this negativity, you can't move on with your life and be happy. So for me, the only answer really was to move away. Like I thought, I'm never going to be able to like move on with my life and be happy until I move away. So I did, and I moved to Nottingham. I wanted still to be close to my parents, obviously, my family. I didn't want to move like a million miles around the UK. So Nottingham for me is only down the road. It's literally so close to my parents' house. It takes me, what, 20-30 minutes to get back home, so it's great. And I love it so much. I love it here. It's honestly the happiest I've ever been in my life. And yeah, I'm really happy. So that's the tea on that. Okay, so the next question is, what kind of house are you looking to buy, a new build or a do-upper kind of house project? So I feel like definitely the second one. I feel like before I moved here, I was all for a new build. I was like, oh my god, I want a new build. It's so much easier. Like I'm gonna move into like a brand spanking new home. I've not got to do any work. I've not got to, you know, have renovation work done. It's gonna be so easy. Oh, it's just gonna be bliss. Everywhere's gonna be lovely. But now I've completely changed my mind. Honestly, I really don't want a new build now. Like, yeah, I'm really against it. Whether I will get a new build though, I don't know. And this is the reason. Obviously, looking at houses and the prices, you can get new builds fairly cheap and everything's all done up. Whereas with a older house, what you find is, okay, you might be able to get them slightly cheap, but they need so much work doing up. So I feel like there's pros and cons of buying both. New build, it's great, you can move in straight away, everything's lovely and how you like sort of want it. But then I love that it's like a project and a development, and that's really what I want. I want to move into a place that is a project and that I can completely gut the house and have it exactly how I want. And also, I think what sort of off-put me with a new build is as well, like, for example, let's say if you've got a certain like new build company, all their houses are the same, and I don't really want the same house as everyone else. I know you can decorate differently and stuff, but I don't want that same sort of like layout and just same house. Like I don't want someone to walk in my house and be like, oh yeah, I've got this house on that estate. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's no like offense to anyone who has that, because obviously I do think new builds are beautiful and, you know, they are lovely, but just personal preference and personal choice. I feel like since moving to obviously a non-new build and a barn conversion and a lovely sort of renovated place, it's really made me realise that that's what I want to do. It's made me realise that I want to buy somewhere to do up and have my own project, because I love interior, I love home, I love designing and being creative, and I feel like buying somewhere that I could really do up would be such an amazing project, and I'd love to do that. So definitely the second one, but obviously it's just going to depend on what's in the market at the time, what I can afford, if I find something I feel like I can do up, because it's very costly. So yeah, we will see, but to answer the question, the second option would be my preferred option. The next question is, will you do any meetups soon, preferably down south? I love you. Oh, thank you so much. And I always find the meetup question a little bit like bizarre, I'm not gonna lie, just because I'm like, I'm just Laura, like I know I do YouTube, I get that, but I'm just a normal person, so I find it crazy that people would even want to meet me. I really genuinely do. But like I said, I don't ever want to call it a meetup. I really don't like that word meetup, because I am not anyone. I'm not famous. I'm not a celebrity. I'm just little old Laura that creates YouTube videos and that's it. So I feel like we will call it a little catch up and a get together. If you want me to organise a catch up and a get together, we can do that. I feel like we can do that, but definitely no meetups. I'm not here for the meet and greets. I'm just normal. Do you know what I mean? I really don't like it when I hear people like, oh, do you want to come to my meetup? I don't know why, guys. I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but I just find it cringy because I'm just like, you're just a normal person. I don't know. Anyway, next question. Any girls' holiday recommendations? Oh, this is a good question. I feel like I can answer this. Girls' holidays. It really depends what you're looking for and what your sort of vibe is. So if you're obviously looking for a clubbing holiday, then Ibiza, definitely. I feel like Ibiza is really good for like a first girls' clubbing holiday. And also what I really like about Ibiza, right, is you've got the best of both worlds. So you have got all the clubs, all the bars, all the partying, you know, you've got Ocean Beach Club, like a day thing. You've got all of that. But then if you go to Ibiza Old Town, oh my goodness, it is the cutest little old town ever. There's so many beautiful little tapas restaurants, like cobbled streets and like just more like cultural side, and I really like that. So yeah, I like Ibiza because you can escape the party craziness and just go for some nice food and stuff as well. Where else would I recommend? Marbella is a really nice place. I've been to Marbella, and that's another really nice holiday destination. I feel like that's more upmarket, I would say, than Ibiza. It's more expensive, and there's more like day events in Marbella. I feel like there's a lot of like, again, there's Ocean Beach, is it Nikki Beach, there is it Caesar? Honestly, it's been a while since I've been. I'm getting old, I'm showing my age here. But yeah, there's like all of them sort of like day places in Ibiza, in Marbella. So I feel like Marbella is quite a chilled out vibe. Well, it's not chilled out, there's loads of partying, but yeah, I feel like it's probably a little bit more upmarket. Dubai, oh my god, Dubai is amazing as well. You don't really want to go Dubai like June, July, August though, it's so hot. It would probably more be like a spring break, I can't get my words out, more a like Christmas, spring break, sort of like now time to go. Where else? Any girls, that's the only few places that I've been for like girls holidays. I've never been like Zante or any of them sorts of places, but yeah, they're my recommendations. Next question is, where are you planning to travel this year? I'm literally not planning to travel anywhere unless someone wants to give me a free holiday. I'm not planning to travel. I am doing the sensible adult thing and having a year of holidays, which I can't actually believe I'm even saying that. I feel like maybe I may just do like a little city break, like a cheap and cheerful city break, but there definitely won't be any extravagant traveling or holidaying this year, just simply because, like I said, next year is the year of mortgage. So I feel like sometimes you have to make sacrifices, guys. You do. Obviously, holidays can be so costly. Like when I went to Dubai, I swear it cost a couple of grand for two, just for like the flights and the hotel. And then when you get there, you end up spending a grand or whatever. Like, it all adds up. So for me, I'm doing the sensible thing this year. I'm gonna take the year off holiday in. Like I said, I'm gonna do like little city breaks in the UK just to, like, you know, have a break. And I also maybe will book a city break to Europe or something, just for 2 or 3 nights, just to, again, give me a little break and not feel like I've completely not done anything. But in regards to like traveling properly, I feel like that will commence after mortgage, you know. I feel like get priorities in order, mortgage first, traveling afterwards. Next question is, which Herbalife products do you use? I feel like I'm going to do a whole video on like what I eat in a day and incorporate my Herbalife stuff into that, because I get so many questions on a day-to-day basis about Herbalife, what I use. I do use the products every day, but yeah, I'll do a whole video on that so I can do it more in depth for you guys, I feel. So yeah, I'll save that for another day. Okay, so I'm on to like the last couple of questions now. So next one is, if you could be in any reality show, documentary, what would it be? Honestly, it would be zero. I would absolutely hate to do reality TV. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I got asked to do Love Island, was it last year? And I turned that down. I did no way. I couldn't do it. I honestly couldn't do it. Firstly, I would never want to be famous. People knowing me, no freaking way. I just wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to put myself on a TV show and allow millions of people to see me and know me. I feel like people just have this thing with fame that they think it's all amazing. Oh, you earn so much money and oh, blah, blah. No, honestly, it would not be for me. It would not be what I would want in my life. I am a very private person. I know I do YouTube, but I am a very private person. I like to live a normal life, and I feel like once you start doing reality TV and get yourself, you know, sort of celebrity status, you can't just do normal things no more. You've got so much invasion of privacy, you're getting the press involved in your life, like it's just not for me. So yeah, I would never do anything like that because I don't want to be famous and I don't want people to know me, and I don't want to put my life all across national TV. I've had so many of you guys ask for updates on my cats. Literally, it must have been one of the most popular questions that I got sent in. Everybody was like, how are your cats? How are they doing now? Can you give us updates? Are they better? So they are doing absolutely fine, guys. They've come on so much. They've literally like progressed, blossomed, and really come out their shell. I feel like there still is a lot of development there to be made, but on the whole they are so much better. So for you, those of you that don't know, I actually rescued them from a breeder. Long story short, I didn't realize it was a breeder that I was getting them from. I got told it was a family and just their cat had kittens, and it wasn't. And when I got there, I couldn't leave the cats. Like, I'm this person that I can't leave poor cats that have been in this bad environment, so I had to take the cats. I reported the guy. Yeah, by the time I got them home, they was obviously just an absolute nervous wreck. I've never to this day known kittens to be so scared, so frightened, so afraid, so timid. They didn't know how to play, they didn't know how to interact. It was so heartbreaking. So I did the thing of putting them in a small room and did that for a couple of weeks, and they really progressed in there. And then I took them out and let them free into the house, and yeah, they've been really good. They are so much better. Baby, which is now a boy by the way, I feel like I need to change Baby's name now. So if I have any recommendations for Baby's new name, please let me know, because as much as I liked Baby and Boo when they were both gals, now that Baby's not a gal, I feel like it's a little bit offensive to her to call her Baby. So yeah, any name recommendations for Baby, let me know. So yeah, I actually found out that she was a boy, so Baby is now a boy. So he is still so frightened out of the two of them. Like, he's the one that is definitely more timid. He loves sleeping under this bed. Like, this bed is his favorite place ever. He does come out of his shell. Like, he does wander around the house now. You know, you can walk past him without him getting like really skittish and running off. You know, you can pick him up and cuddle him. You can interact and play with him. Like, he has made so much progress, honestly. It is crazy. Like, him and Boo play so much now. Like, he has made mad progress. Like, he is still scared, he is, but from where he was on day one to where he is now, there has been so much progress. Boo, she has always been not too bad. Like, she was always the one that, I think because she was younger as well, she was like 2 or 3 weeks younger, I don't know, I feel like the effect hadn't been done on her as much, if that makes sense. Like, she still was scared and everything, but she settled in a lot easier and came out of her shell like a lot easier. She follows me around the house everywhere. She did that really clingy kitten stage at the moment where if I go into a room and she notices I'm not there, she'll start crying and meowing. I think she's actually asleep at the moment in the other room, so she's not noticed I've gone. But yeah, she's the cutest little thing ever. She's got such a cute personality. She's just, oh, I love her. She's just a bundle of joy. I love them both. They're both my children. Well, that sounds really sad, doesn't it? But yeah, I love them so much. They bring me so much happiness, and yeah, they are doing really, really good. Okay, so I just brought Boo. I know you're all gonna want to see her. I can't unfortunately grab Baby because he is under the bed and I won't be able to get in because it's hard to get in. But this is Boo. Say hi to the camera. Have you just woken up? So yeah, this is my little Boo. As you can see, she is doing absolutely fine, although she's not one to be handled too much. She's a little fidget bum, aren't you? You are a fidget bum. You love playing and just fidgeting, don't you? So yeah, unlike Baby, like Baby, he will sit still in your lap and literally be like a lap cat. But Boo, you do like playing and just running around more, don't you? You're not so much a lap cat. Yeah, but you are a mummy's girl, aren't you? she literally loves spending time with me. Honestly, I will sit and do my makeup in the morning and she'll come and like rub against me and just like purr and just like lay down next to me or lay down in my lap whilst I'm doing my makeup. She's just so cute. Right, anyway, say bye, boo. Say bye. Say bye. Okay, I'm gonna put her down. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go now because I feel like I'm rambling. Thank you all so much for watching today's little chit chat video. I really hope you've enjoyed it and got to know me a little bit better. I've answered some of your questions and yeah, just thought I'd do a little bit more of a relaxed chit chat content because I feel like it's nice to mix it up from time to time. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It'd really mean the world to me if you could thumbs up the video as well to show your support and help engage with my video. And yeah, leave any comments or any questions that you have down below. And thank you also so much for watching, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye bye.